Valerie Newman, ValerieNewman.
And
Heidi Nasco, Heidinasko.
and you are both appellant attorneys, or?
We are,
No, go ahead, give your title.
I am pro bono counsel at Dykema, and we are with lead counsel.
And I am with the State Appellate Defender's Office. I'm an assistant defender.
Is this a good day for you two?
We're thrilled.
It's a fantastic day. How could it not be a good day? Yeah, justice has been done.
But justice wasn't done initially.
Justice was not done, but justice was done today. And sometimes you just have to be grateful for what you've been able to accomplish.
What was it about this particular case that got you guys interested?
Well, that's probably a better question
Okay.
for Heidi.
Honestly, what we saw here was a manifest injustice waiting to be remedied. And we are thrilled that today that happened.
Can you explain to me the mechanics briefly of, we read someone confessed to this, yet he confessed to it. What happened?
Well, at this point, that's, what we had in our 6500 motion was allegations about the Vincent's mother's testimony. And we haven't seen the police report. We don't know what's in the police report. All we know is what is in the stipulation, and that's been publicized and is out there for the press to cover.
Have you spoken to the young man, either of you?
Not yet. He is in transit, so we have not been able to reach him.
What about his family?
Yes, we've spoken to his family. They, of course, are thrilled. His mom was screaming and crying and just every emotion you can imagine pouring out of her.
Where was this young man incarcerated?
Well, he's been in a number of facilities. Most recently, he was at the Marquette Correctional Facility.
So it wasn't convenient for his family or anything, was it?
No,
No,
it was
not at
terrible.
all.
They
Did
had
you
a
guys
very
have to
hard
go
time.
backwards and forwards? How long have you guys been on the case? Let me ask them here.
We've been on the case for about 8 weeks. It's been a very new, we were asked to have some really good relationships with the Innocence Clinic as well as Val and her team at the Stato, and have been working to pull this settlement and stipulation together.
Was there any question? I mean, 8 weeks doesn't seem like a very long time. For
Well, we've just gotten involved. We're just one of the several attorneys that have been working on this case. We were asked to get involved to help kind of put the finishing touches here on this case, and we are absolutely thrilled with the outcome. But really, the hard work has been done by the Innocence Clinics and the State Appellate Defender's Office, specifically Val Newman, right from the beginning. And we're thrilled to kind of be able to ride on their coattails.
Right, my office had the case from the beginning. So right after Devontae was convicted and sentenced, his case was assigned to the State Appellate Defender Office. So we've been representing him for the entire time throughout this entire appellate process.
was that
So
a matter
close
of
to 9 years.
Was that a matter of procedure that you got involved, or did he have to ask you, or did his defense attorneys ask you?
No, my office represents roughly 30% of the people who are convicted of crimes and ask for a lawyer to help them appeal. So it was sort of a matter of luck. It was luck of the draw. He was convicted, he filed his papers, and the court assigned my office to represent him.
Is there anything, obviously, how long has he spent in jail now?
Close to 9 years.
Very impressionable years, wouldn't you say?
Very
Yes.
impressionable. 14 to 23? Yes.
How do you suppose he's going to cope?
I think he's going to have a long road, but he's gotten a lot of support while he's been incarcerated. He has done tremendous work on his own, working to improve himself. And I think that he has a very, very strong foundation and a very strong family support coming out, that he has the tools to be successful.
Pro bono. An attorney who does it for free? Explain to me, is this the sort of reason why you do this for free?
Well, absolutely. I mean, we all have an ethical duty as attorneys to provide access to justice. If there isn't access to justice for anybody who cannot afford it, our justice system is really a falsehood. And so when Dykema was asked to get involved, even most recently, we are thrilled to respond to this call for justice, because there really is no greater call.
Okay, and then finally for you, the order's been signed, he's basically been released.
He'll be released tomorrow.
So what's the logistics? He was in Marquette, he then travels down here?
Yes, he's being moved to a facility that's closer, that's, downstate, and then Heidi and I will go pick him up tomorrow.
Any idea on what time, or?
No.
Are you going to let us know? Will we have that moment when you walk out of the, out of the lockup?
We haven't decided yet, but we will, we're discussing it and we'll see. It just depends on what the client wants. So we're gonna wanna try and get a hold of
How
him
old
first.
is he now then?
23.
He's 23. You haven't spoken to him?
We haven't.
Has the mother spoken to him?
No.
Nobody has spoken to him.
So
We
he
don't
lives-
even know if he knows.
It's a matter of logistics, so he's just not
He's
available.
not reachable.
Yeah, he's not, he doesn't have any telecommunications, so he's not.
But you're saying he's on his way down?
He's being moved. He's being moved.
He's
Okay.
being moved from one facility to another correctional facility, and then we will pick him up from the correctional facility tomorrow.
Was this decision made just by a single judge, or?
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
who was that judge? Who was that judge?
Judge Brian Sullivan,
From what court?
the Wayne County Circuit Court. So Judge Sullivan presided over the trial, the guilty plea, all the post-conviction hearings, and so he's the judge who knows this case, and so he's the one who continues to preside over it, and so he's the one who signed the orders, reviewed all the information, and made his decision.
What efforts now does the state have, or does any organization have to look after this young, or like take this young man under his wing? He's been under your wing, so to speak, for 9 years, but now what happens?
He has. Well, that's a great question. So there's a bill to compensate people who have been wrongfully convicted. It's sitting on the floor of the House and Senate. It's passed through committees in both chambers, but we're looking for the House and Senate to move that bill on the House and Senate floors, so that people like Devontae, when they come out, can have some form of compensation to get back on their feet.
Okay.